acquired 80% of 100,000 of equity of value 1 at 800,000. So they are paying 800,000. What they are getting is the retained earning of 570, and then there is an intangible of 90,000. Um and then the fair value of the non-controlling interest is 220. So this is 220,000, and yeah. So the ask is what amount will be the goodwill if they value it at 20%, and if they value their non-controlling interest at share of the net assets. Share of the net assets. So NCI NCI 20% at fair value is 220. Uh, how much is your total assets? Let me rearrange a little bit this information to look it nice. So sum of all this, 100,000 of their equity we are getting, 570 of return earning, and then this intangible. So far, this is the total assets. Okay. Oh my God. Total assets is 760, and there if they say NCI non-controlling interest uh, proportionate to the total assets. What is the wording? Proportionate share of the net assets. So NCI at proportionate assets, I would tell it. So how much will be this? It will be 20% of this. So 20% of this, 152,000. So the total assets is 760. NCI proportionate is 152, and NCI at fair value is 220. So what they are asking, how much will be the goodwill? Okay, that is the ask in both of these cases. So the calculation should be simple once we understand this question. I mean, in most of these questions that are related to, I mean, all the questions in financial reporting, the main challenge is to understand the question. Answers would be easy. Huh? If we understand, if we gather all the facts correctly, and if we understand the relation between it. So these are all the facts. All the exercise is about understanding the questions, because answer is going to be really really simple. How much will be the goodwill here? They are how much they are paying? 800,000 minus the non-controlling interest, which is 220,000 if we take it at fair value. Okay. No, no, no. Net of one second. So how much will be the goodwill? I will tell you. Keep it here. Uh, so the consideration that we are paying, okay, consideration that we are paying in both the cases is 800,000. Here 800,000 we are paying, and then the assets that we are getting is how much? 760, and total assets is 760. We can say total assets, huh? And then how much is the NCI? NCI is in this case 100, and no, no, no. At fair value case, it is 220. Okay. So now, how much? What will be our calculation? We will take this 800,000. We will deduct the assets, that total assets, and then we will deduct this non-controlling interest. So 100, and what we have done is not right. We would rather add it. So 260 will be this thing. You know, 260 will be the goodwill if NCI is valued at fair value. Okay. And what will be in this case? So we'll deduct the total assets, and then we will add this non-controlling interest. So we'll get to this goodwill amount. So the formula to calculate this goodwill will be the same in this case also. Hmm? The consideration will be the same. Total assets will be the same, right? If I take the from here, it will make more sense. Only NCI is changing. It is 153,000, 20% of the total assets. Formula will be the same. What is the formula? We'll take the total consideration, we deduct the total assets, and we add the NCI. Here also, what are we doing? Taking the full consideration, deducting the assets, and then adding the NCI. So our goodwill will be 260 and 192K.